crafty friends, and thanks for joining me today in the Crafty Casita, where I am so excited to talk to you about the latest and greatest in the Totally Tiffany product line, the Craft and Carry Workstation. Why do you need a Craft and Carry Workstation? Because this, if you're like most of us crafters, is what your craft space looks like while you're working on a project. So whether you're working at home in your craft room, or at the dining room table, or at the coffee table, wherever you are probably pulling everything out for that project, and then things are just getting buried underneath other things because you have everything out. And this is a problem that I have struggled with as long as I've been crafting. And finally, I got this great idea last year while I was crafting Christmas cards at my coffee table in the TV room and making this huge mess. I had all the pieces out just for that project, and I had my Ditto bag with my basic tools in it, but these pieces, the paper, the embellishments, the dies, the stamps, the stickers, all the things that I'd pulled out, they were just everywhere. And I thought there's got to be a better way, and that is how I came up with, ta-da, the Craft and Carry Workstation. Let me show it to you. It comes flat like this, right? Super simple. You're going to get this nice belly band around it, and that's what's going to keep it flat. And then the whole thing is just going to pop out, and there's 3 of these, 1 in each section, and they are just going to push down really firmly. Don't be afraid to push them down. They fit in there nice and tight. And then you've got the little divider tabs. I know you can't see them right now, but I will show you. So there's the first front section with 3 divider tabs. And then the middle section, I'm going to push that panel down, and it has 2 taller divider tabs on this side, and then of course the back section there. So now and in the very back I've got this pocket. I've got pockets on both sides. So how is this lightweight canvas product going to help me clean this up? Look at this, it's so simple. So what we've done here is give you a place for everything. These are scraps. This is a scrap master. Boom, right? You're pulling out scraps to work with. That is going to fit in this back pocket, as are all of the other pieces of paper that you've selected to use for this project, right? You pulled out a bunch of different papers, you started cutting them up for your project, and now you've got all these big scraps that you're working with. And instead of having them all over the table, right, this takes up, even if it was neat, even if your paper was neat, that still takes up a square foot of table space, that 12 by 12 paper. Well, now you can take those papers, those things that you've chosen just for this project, and drop them in here. If you have smaller scraps, you might want to use this front pocket to hold your smaller scraps while you're working. But the front pocket is also going to be a great place to put your photo pockets with the photos that you pulled out that you might possibly use for this layout. And you can see I've already got some of them out on my layout. You've got tall, skinny places here. That's where I'm putting these markers, these colored markers that I've chosen just for this project. I've got my favorite little photo trimmer. Just going to pop that in there. Paper trimmer, which you bury every time, right? It always gets buried when you're crafting. Now I've got so much more of a cleaner space, but look at this. I've got these nice clear pockets on the front, and these are ideal for things like this, right? Once you pull out your tiny dies to work with, especially when we're talking about card making, and you put them on the table, they're going to be buried, but now I'm just going to be able to tuck them in. I've got all the little embellishments that I've chosen that I think I'm going to use for this layout. Look at that. I'm just putting them here. Now, not only can I grab them quickly and easily, I can see them. Oh, they're not buried anywhere. I've got the baker's twine and the matching Nuvo drops. Now, one of the things about stuff like this is it gets knocked over, right? As soon as it's in your way, undo, don't craft without it, it gets knocked over and then it gets buried as well. Well, now you can just pop it into a pocket. You've got your tape runners. You've got a tall pocket here. Now you're also going to have your Ditto bag, right? So your Ditto bag is going to have all of your basic tools in it. This is going to give you a place to put all of the products that you're working with specifically for this, as well as a few tools. So I've got room for tape runners, and I've got room for my ink pads here, and depending on what size of ink pads or Like these are just the little mementos, but I could stand up a bigger ink pad in there as well. Ruler, which you know is buried. You know you can't find that ruler. If you're working with your Gemini Mini, I'm stuck here, right? What about your plates? Same thing with your diamond press, right? You need those little plates. And this makes it easy to use it and then stuff it in a pocket. But see how visual it is? I can see everything. And now I've got room, right, for my stamping platform, for my mini, for my tape gun, and I have access to all of my supplies. They're quick, they're easy, it's fast. I can get to it, I can see it, and if for some reason I needed to clean up, so like I was talking about working on that Christmas card project, if I wanted to clean up my table, well, before I had all that stuff and it was just a mess. Now I can just pick this up and move it out of the way, bring it back, right? So it becomes super simple to craft anywhere and keep it neat and tidy, but also be able to clean up. Maybe you're crafting at the dining room table and you got to serve dinner. So this makes it super simple, super easy. The Craft and Carry Workstation, brand new from Totally Tiffany. You are going to love it.